Welcome to my home and welcome to my channel. This is me, Christoph Key, laughing through life, single, gay, and sober. This week's topic is about moving on. Life is constantly propelling us and forcing us to move on in many aspects. New jobs, moving homes, and the end of relationships have been a few that have rocked my life. Let's talk about how I'm processing moving on in sobriety. The quote for this topic is, "You can't reach what's in front of you if you don't let go of what's behind you." Every person on this planet has to move on in one form or another. Our bodies literally grow and force us to change. Moving on for me typically is an extremely emotional process. I'm a very sentimental person and I tend to romanticize things. Whether it be picture perfect meals or romantic relationships, I tend to do a little extra than most. This, of course, makes moving on pretty difficult for me. Moving on definitely seemed easier with my friend alcohol. Having to process things sober sucks and puts things on a whole new level. This past year in particular, I've had to move on from many people and situations in my life. Some naturally shed, but others were specifically plucked. Moving on usually means growth, and growth is often painful. Very soon, I will be moving on to a new state. I've lived here in Denver for 20 years, and I truly believe it's my time to move on. This, of course, comes with many feelings. Excitement, nervousness, uncertainty are just a few. Before I got sober, I never really imagined my life outside of Colorado. But now that I see life through different eyes, I want more. This requires me to move on from this very comfortable nest that I've created here. I have a large network of people here in Denver that have over the years given me a sense of protection. Leaving that to go pursue my dreams in the unknown is scary as fuck, but I know it's necessary. Sometimes moving on isn't a physical thing. Moving on from a person can be especially hard. For a person like me, it can be one of the hardest things to do. I've only been in love a couple of times in my life, and moving on from those feelings is surprisingly still a work in progress. I'm no longer in love with them, but I do continue to care for them and think of them often. I'm the type of person that when they love someone, they can't just take all that love back. I don't hold grudges, and I tend to get over things fast. What I've found is that in my relationships, I often want to continue a level of communication that isn't often reciprocated. That's a personal thing that I'm still working on. What I'm coming to realize is that people come into our lives for a reason and often sometimes just for a season. This reminds me of one of my favorite people, Tabitha Brown. In her book, she says, "Some of us try to hold on to people in winter when they should have been gone in spring." I love that and her so much. She also says, "Some of the most successful journeys we'll take in life, we often have to take alone." I can truly say that with a firm grip on sobriety, I feel confident to take this journey alone. I'm finally comfortable with myself, and I'm enjoying going with the flow rather than forcing things. Moving on to a new job can be extremely hard. Work affects our stability and livelihood, which often makes it a tough transition. Depending on your industry, being surrounded by non-sober people can be a big issue. Often when I'm working events, there's a large amount of liquor, and that definitely took some getting used to at first. What I found helpful in my journey is full transparency. Now I know it isn't for everyone, but I have no problem talking about my sobriety or my past. I mean, I guess I am talking to my YouTube channel. When someone new offers me a cocktail, I usually say something like, "Oh, no thank you. You don't want that kind of party." Or, "I don't do that anymore. It doesn't do it for me." I just try to be my authentic self. And what I found is that by doing that, you're usually unawarely helping someone else. This brings us to our moment of gratitude. This week, I'm grateful for the actress, motivational speaker, author, TikTok sensation, Tabitha Brown. I talk about her a lot on my channel, and I just want to express my gratitude to her and her book, Feeding the Soul. Her audiobook has really helped me through some tough situations. During this time of transition, many things come up where I need a little bit of clarity. Through her words and captivating voice, every time she gives me just the advice that I need. I hope that one day I'll get the chance to thank her for how much she's helped me in my life. Thanks so much for watching. Hang in there. This is me, Christoph Key. Do you like me? Then make sure to like and subscribe for more videos.